What's up, sassy gamers? It's Phoenix Nova here from Sass Gaming, back with a new segment, Cash or Pass. This is where we tell you about the new games so that you can decide whether to spend your money on them or let them pass on by. Today, we're checking out Hi-Fi Rush, the latest rhythm-based action game that just shadow dropped on us during the Xbox and Bethesda Developer Direct on January 25th.
We're happy to tell you that you can play Hi-Fi Rush tonight. Not a demo, the full game. Seriously.
And let me tell you, this game from Tango Gameworks is sick. Now, you may know Tango Gameworks from Evil Within and Tokyo Ghostwire, but for this title, they decided to go completely different direction from their previous horror games to now this new rhythm-based action game. You play as Chai, a future rock star, in his own words, on a mission to replace his hurt arm with a robotic one from Vandelay Company's Project Armstrong. But things take a sharp turn when Chai's music player gets implanted into his chest, labeling him as a defect. And of course, the uncaring corporation, Shocker, turns out to be the villain. With his newly implanted music player, Chai can feel the beat of the world around him and harness his newly found musical superpowers to kick robot ass and fight against the Vandelay machine. Now, the tutorial system is well done, and it walks you through how to perform various attacks and combos by combining light and heavy attacks. It also introduces you to various systems that enable you to attack to the beat. One of my favorite parts of the tutorial was a smart fridge, or Smidge for short, who is an in-game character who provides additional insight and hints. Smidge was entertaining to listen to with his chipper attitude and his odd tone change for the insert text here portions of the conversation.
So it seems your problem may be attacking enemies to the beat.
It's also kind of funny that Smidge wants you to practice different attacks and specials on him. Don't worry though, he's really tough, so you're not going to hurt him. The gameplay is pretty standard for an action game, with the different combos based on the sequence of light or heavy attacks and even pauses that you play. Here's the twist. While you can start your attack at any time, it always lands on the beat. This gives you an additional method to time your attacks and do more damage. Then when you complete your combo, there's a final step of timing with the help of a visual shrinking ring timed to the beat that has a visual effect based on the combo and a musical flourish signifying the damage that you just let loose. The movement feels fluid yet grounded, likely due to being on the beat. With a double jump and a dash right from the start, you have good, precise movement. Even while platforming, there is great understanding of right where you're going to land. Later, you will learn air juggles, and even better, a magnetic grappling hook that evens the battlefield against flying robots. As you progress through the tracks, which is what Hi-Fi Rush calls the different levels, you'll encounter mini-bosses, and then later face off against the main boss at the end of each track. The bosses are challenging and have a good variety of attacks and mechanics, making for a fun and engaging experience. Now, while they are fun, don't go into this looking for Elden Ring levels of difficulty here. The visuals are a mix of animation style with bold, bright colors and a touch of comic book speech bubbles. As you move around, you'll notice that everything moves to the beat. Chai's footsteps are on rhythm, Light's pulse to the beat, and just about anything that can move is bouncing to the universal dance party that we're all a part of. The sound is top-notch, with great voice acting that goes well with the flow of the scene.
My source said that Vandelay never kept a project under wraps like that before. There's red flags all over this.
What? You have me running around on some dark web hunch?
I trust my sources.
And sound effects that have a rock anthem theme with cymbal crashes and guitar riffs. The music is the real standout. Since you need it for the attacks, it is front and center stage, keeping you on beat for your attacks. And unlike a normal song, the music loops for as long as you need to be able to finish the track. Now, there is licensed music in the game, so if you're streaming, there's a streamer mode to help reduce the chances of demonetization. In terms of accessibility, there are options for closed caption lines, including font size and even background transparency. There's also a colorblind mode that allows you to adjust the contrast of overlay components based on the type of color blindness that you may have. There's also options for single button action modes that reduce the complexity of combos, and even an auto attack feature where the game will select the combos for you as long as you stay on rhythm. The one gripe I have may be specific to streamers, and that is the latency adjustment. The adjustment is based off of lining up the sound to the visual indicators of the beat. The problem is that if you're using a pass-through to record or stream, both of those can stay lined up, and it's your controller timing that suffers from the latency. From what I saw, the traditional adjustments for controller latency were non-existent. A miss, but likely only in certain circumstances. So would I recommend Hi-Fi Rush? Absolutely. If you're into rhythm games, this one's a no-brainer. It's got quick action, solid mechanics, and a fun gameplay. This is a cash for sure. The only reason to pass on this game is if rhythm games aren't your thing. But if you're down for a Guitar Hero Devil May Cry mashup, then it's time to rock on. Hi-Fi Rush is available for purchase on Steam, Epic, and Xbox for $29.99. Or it's also part of the Xbox Game Pass if you already subscribe to that. What about you? Let us know in the comments if you're going to cash or pass on this one. Let us know if you like this by mashing the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to get more content like this. Once again, this has been Phoenix Nova for SAS Gaming. I'll see you next time.